You guys clicked on a video where that many Sovroleths were in the thumbnail, so you deserve what you're about to witness. Welcome to Oilstralia. So, we have Grass Eater in the top left as our Jet Black Zerg. No, regular Black Zerg, okay. Pisens is in the top left, not the middle, the way I thought. He seems to be our... He's not Sunglow. What color is he? Is he Sunglow? No. This is like, it's not Aerolite yellow, but it's like one of those kinds of yellows. Is it lemon? Lemon Terran, okay, all right. Over off in the sort of upper left area is our Zerg, our Magma Zerg. This is Zerg Enjoyer, also known as ToryJJ. In the, I don't know where I am now. Oh yeah, bottom left, we've got SmrtyCakes as the dark green Zerg. He's decided to join with the horde of Zergs. Noiturne is our Cyan Zerg. Happy birthday, Necron, in the bottom right. And joining him, neighboring him, is the Shambler. He is the red Terran. And dead in the center. That was my start location. Dead in the center. We have Kenoli, the pumpkin Zerg. So it actually is all Zergs except for Pisens. I keep forgetting. I look at his name and it says Pisens. Right? Like, that's what it says. But it's actually Pisens. That's what I gathered from reading his Discord username. Anyway. And we've got, obviously, Shambler as Terran, Pisens as Terran. Everybody else is Zerg. And with Grass Eater being a dirty cheeser who goes mass muta, he will 100% enjoy that on this area of the map. And look at that. SmrtyCakes already moving a Drolith over here. Already wary. Already says, yeah, somebody's over there. I know it. He's down here in the bottom left, guys. He knows what's up. So maybe he'll take this island expansion instead. Eventually, this will be decorated to look like an aircraft carrier instead of just a mound of dirt. Because that's what it actually is supposed to be. You know, Oilstralia lore for you guys here. And I'm interested in seeing where this one goes. Glad we got a couple of Terrans. Last couple of FFAs have been all Zerg all the time. And that's kind of funny, but eventually you guys want to see what else the players can do. Noiturne is unfortunately just going to get run over by Shambler here, it looks like. Poor guy. He made it to second place in the last round, but Shambler is going to execute him immediately. Shambler is a bio bully. Shambler is only now harvesting Vespene gas, to put it into perspective. He has decided to do the opposite of that. So that's a wrap for Noiturne. Poor guy. Got slapped. Has no way to produce another base somewhere else. Even though he's got the resources, he doesn't have the money. He's going to add some really road cores, but he'll get a kill, actually. And then he'll die. Poor guy. All right. What's Shambler's next move? It's going to be a Vestry. I'll go ahead and ally him. I'm looking at the Harakans. I'm looking at the Cyprians. I feel like this bio player here, Pisens, is going to have a good idea of what's going on. Zerg going to go ahead and expand. That's a Tory, not Troy. Tory. Hey, look at this. Grass Eater scouts Smarty expanding into his neck of the woods. Meanwhile, he's also going to take a look at top right. Pisens guarding his expansion, getting his next rallies to guard his other entrance. Looks like Shambler found my corpse. Can clean me up. Thanks, Shambler. So, Kenoli seems like the next obvious target for Shambler. It is kind of worrying to see him all on his own island over here, so to speak. Not literally, but like his own section of the map. That does feel scary if you're trying to deal with the highest skilled player in the lobby so far as we know right now. Defeated Kenoli 3-1 in Necropolis number 2's playoff stage, the throne room stage. That was a while ago, though, and since then he's been very, very active. So, can't say that anybody here would necessarily be better than him. I won't rule out Noiturne eventually getting there, Pisens eventually getting there, but we'll have to see it happen. Kenoli going for that tier 2. Now, sort of an extension of that thought, just because we got somebody who is not quite so potent, you know? Just because I'm saying Kenoli is like second place in this lobby, that doesn't mean he won't be first. Grass could be first. Look at his spawn advantage. But he's still tier 1, not actually teching up just yet. Might want to uproot Smarty from his position. Oh, Smarty has entirely moved his position to the island. He made the Ovileth and he grabbed all of his workers, apparently. Brother. The only other Terran in the map. He's discovered him. Oh yeah, Jack Yelansky is watching this live. Hi, look at that. Oh. Oh. What the fuck? Tier 2 now on the way for Mr. Grass. They're both going to come over here and find an enemy Hacharosk, and they'll be like, huh? Well, he's going to say yes and then kill him. Poor guy. Here comes an unload of a bunch of Zethar cores. Hey, they are actually going to get some value over here. This is the only place Smarty actually has anything. He does not have anything on the mainland. He has gone for game remove, remorphing his Kagrin into a Circuith. He's got a couple other Kagrins he could turn into it, but he doesn't have any money. He's got to pull the ripcord of building a bunch of Rillarrow cores and maybe load his Droleths into his Oveleths to see if he can stay alive. There they go. And I think that might be it. Poor Smarty. Took a gamble and lost. Doesn't have any money left. Can't make any more workers on the mainland. Now he can. Maybe he will. Instead, he's going to try to remorph his Kagrits. Oh, man. I don't think there's anything he can do. He's got to evacuate his Droleths back to the mainland from whence he came. He's not doing it, though. He's trying to make his stand right here. It's not going to work out. The Zethar cores. Oh, no. He's got no money in the bank. I don't even know what he's APMing. To be honest, he doesn't even have any units left, so that's a wrap. Well, he's got one Droleth. He's got no money. Kenoli has found a strange site. Annihilated. Meanwhile, Kenoli, hell up. Smarty and Shambler and Pisens are allied, and Kenoli just got his Iris taken out. Oh my god. I don't really think that Kenoli's going to be able to do much helping. He just lost a very expensive structure. We haven't really been checking in with Mr. Tory. I don't really know what he's up to. He's got his empowered static defense up. Iris now coming online. Ah, look at this. Kenoli's killing Grass Eater's Droleths. Atlas coming for Pisens. What's Shambler up to? Does he have tier 2 by now? He's actually still rocking the tier 1. Going for a 4th base where he killed Noiturne. Going for a 5th base afterwards. Already on 3 mining bases. Only like light saturation there in the 3rd. No gas caps either. Just playing Watchdog. Gonna be watching the skies here as the Matraval Nest and the Muteth Spire both finish up. We could end up seeing like Matrolith and see if we can get some infested Terran action going. You can also infest Zerg things. They don't really do anything special besides have a little bit extra armor, but it does give it to you, so that is a pretty big benefit. Atlas now on the way here for our reigning, not champion, but the guy who's the best in the lobby. Yeah, that guy. Our resident favorite for the match, presumably. Got a lot of these stockades in a little bit of a walling position. Smarty trying to escort his Droleth back to his base camp, where he's made one over here. Or he's been able to secure one over there. I actually don't know where that one came from. Wasn't watching super closely. Alright, here comes the Zets unloaded. That's going to be a wrap for the bases here for Kenoli. Remember, he did lose his tier 2 earlier. He's going to desperately attempt to build some static defense, but it is not going to come up in time. Tier 2 defenses coming up for Pisens, and Shambler is moving across the map with his big bile army, probably looking to kill the Iris immediately after it hatches for our boy Kenoli. Hacharosk out. See ya. All right, gas caps galore here for ToryJJ. Is going to add a couple of his other things. Oh, hey, buddy. I don't know what he's... Oh, Kenoli. So, alliances are being formed, perhaps, but Smarty is not very useful as of right now. He's got to go up against 2 Terrans at tier 2. If he's not allied with Kenoli, which it doesn't seem like he will be, he's got to go up against a Zerg, who just finished his tier 2, and go straight to tier 3. Nobody's really paying any attention to Tory. He's just like, yeah, I'll just macro. I'll just make my units. And, you know, he's got a lot of money in the bank as well, so we'll see what he wants to do with them. Making an Alcag, making a Mutath. Okay, maybe we'll see a lot of Mutas out of him. It looks to me like Grass Eater has taken command of the top right. Though he hasn't actually sent any units up there. He has gone straight to tier 3. We may see Sovroleths in this map. I feel like it's a guarantee we will see Sovroleths in this map. Well, Shambler has his 5th base ready, but he's not actually... Did he build another one? And lift that one there? No, I guess maybe that was his 4th base, and I miscounted earlier. Anyway. As of right now, there are 12 pairs of mutas being hatched for Kenoli, while Tier 2 tech cells are created for ToryJJ, our Magma Zerg player who's just called Zerg. Kenoli is going to try to take advantage of the gases up here. Somebody more familiar with Australia's geography can remind me what that area is, if they want to. Well, a lot of static defense coming up here for Kenoli's 3rd base. His 4th is nowhere to be seen just yet, if you don't count the gas hatch over here. Well, Shambler is just going to continue macroing up, it looks like. He didn't actually send his death squad out anywhere. Maybe he got a little bit spooked. Didn't want to attack any... We're in a holding pattern right now as the Terrans plot with each other. Maybe they're sending allied messages. Lenoli, we good, right? He saw the Kagrits being mutated. He's like, yo. I think he might be sending messages in all chat, though. Nidus on the way. Hey, the Nidus is moving in this direction. Another one has been constructed over here. Grass connecting his islands. Really scary to leave somebody on the islands this whole time, but Pisens is new around here. He didn't know that for sure. This one Maverick with 1 kill and 13 HP. Gonna see that Smarty has nothing. Hi, Sham. Okay, a lot of workers just got sent off. Looks like a ministry floated from here to here. No, I guess that was a new one, and he floated to one over here. Okay. Some tier 2 bio being deployed. The Siren has been revised, by the way. It doesn't deal as much damage. It doesn't shoot as many targets. But it does pull targets close to the Siren. So I'm excited to see that in action. Grass has so much money. But he has also made the Oxylcesians. He has not made any tier 3 tech nodes, though. He's just got his tier 3 structure itself. There's the Tosvrelhant on the way. So Sovroleth's likelihood at this point. Seraph migrating, detecting, doing its best. As we have a pretty big bio move out here. SmrtyCakes has been shooed away. Kenoli has not apparently responded to Smarty's request for mining rights. He's just trying his best with his Ovoleths. That's all he can do. Alright. Looks like we got some action. Kenoli is about to get very surprised as the Sirens pull the Iziracors closer. He's going to rally his mutas. I'm a little bit worried about those units, though. Remember, we do have some Cyprians here. Oh, they're going to get right on top, and the Striga is going to melt their armor immediately. What a clapback. Oh, man, that was the mistake of the century as the Terran moves in on the south as well. We got Shambler clotheslining him. The horde of Rillerocors attempting to defend. They overwhelm the Harakans. Ahmed can't hold back all of those threats. We got Sovroleths as well. Oh, I love the idea, going Sovroleth, then using the Rillerocors to make more Sovroleths. Is it going to be enough to clutch it out? I feel like between Shambler and Pisens together, they're going to be able to deal with this threat. Oh my god. That is not going to be sufficient, I don't think, homies. As much as I appreciate the idea, he is going to be able to clear all of those. Now, here come the Sicrilisks, hoping to clean house over this situation. Not so many Sovroleths in the position. What else can Kenoli even do? Right now, we just have... I'm looking around at all the other bases to see if there's any other action here, but the tier 2 bio has finally been pushed out. Pisens keeping his spending relatively low and getting another army kitted out right now. Sentinels finding a couple of targets here and there. And it looks to me like, yeah, Tory's expanded to a 3rd base. Kenoli's still kind of rocking out as best he can. Smarty is navigating with his Ovoleth, like, oh, what can I find? And it looks like Shambler's gonna finish the job on that guy. He only killed one base. You know, Shambler kind of slacked off there, I feel like. Kenoli is doing science with Sovroliths. He's going to waypoint a bunch of his brood spawn out and then use their corpses. You know, he's going to let them time out and then use their corpses for Sovroliths. Dang. Oh, Smarty didn't... Smarty was spared, apparently. I wonder if that was intentional. I feel like... yeah, thanks. Do we have the same unit from... No, I guess not. We only have Alcagelisks coming so far for Grass Eater. I was wondering where his tier 3 was at. He's kind of lost in the macro machine. Tier 2 Zerg is descending upon the holy warriors of the Shambler. Avigralisks, Lakizalisks. It's a pretty good army from Tory, actually. He's going to rout the Terrans for now, forcing another stim, and then they turn, see if they can get any more value out. They have had to fight through all of the Seraph Irradiate, but it will finally go down after a third cast. Very, very good there, but Tory will end up being routed nonetheless. The Sovrolith count is getting out of control. Is it going to be enough to actually break through all the Terran Tier 2 bio? We got Reclaimers on the field as well, and they are going to have to fall back. It's not quite as powerful as what Kenoli was looking for, but he's going to get another round of them anyway. Who do I attack, Shambler? The fuck are those? Yeah, well, they're the Zerg Superweapon. That's what they are. Well, Shambler's doing his best to try to push him away, but... yeah, I don't know. I think as soon as Shambler looks over at his allies' army and sees Sovroliths descending upon them, you can see they are taking a little bit to actually finish the job here. Whoever lags. That's who you kill. The eggs being pulled through before they can finish hatching by the sirens. Not a bad composition, honestly. The problem here is that you get Alcagelisks out. Still a very strong chance here. SmrtyCakes has spotted him first, but will he feed that information? I like how he said attack as well, like he could attack. Smarty can't attack, he's got nothing. He's got an Ovileth. It's being hunted by the Alcagelis. Oh my god. What's up, Green Eggs? Welcome to the chat. Since Jack Yelensky is watching live, I guess I can just, hold on. I can just pan here. Right? It's got everything Jack loves. Vespene gas, oil, Zerg. This is all Jack needs. That's all he needs. Alright. Oh, he's checking his allies' army out, right? Yeah, pussy. Oh my god. Tier 3 on the way for Pisens. He's actually getting it before his ally. Shambler focusing on an army in the here and now. Pisens could end up being the insurance policy against the Alcagelisks, but I don't know. What is Grass even doing? He's getting the Ziggurzant on his base in the top right. That is his 4th base. Or I guess 5th base, right? There's 2 bases on the island, so. These are kind of depleted, though. ToryJJ might be moving out to step on Smarty. Still has this one hatch over here. He keeps, like, making stuff over here and canceling it. It's like he doesn't want to heckle his ally or something by mining his base. There is a lot of Terran, and they are going to take a while to get to the same spot. At least Shambler's army by itself. Of course, the real problem here is that the Cascathalor... So, Kenoli's resorted to the worst possible move. And nobody's going to stop him, because there was no communication there. I won't spoil it, but... This is the future that the Zerg players seem to deserve. He's making a lot of skiths as well. I guess he's going to go Vith Sov. Probably, if I had to speculate. In case he has to go up against the Alcagelisks. Alright, Pisens has tier 3. Chokol Chazel for Kenoli as well. Might be going a Criminalisk with it. It's got a lot of health. Oh, I see. He's not technically allied with Smarty. Huh? ToryJJ has been the emissary. He's running to his ally, his other Zerg ally, or not really ally, but like other Zerg. He's like, hey, dude, you got enemies coming. Oh, that's me again, Sham. I don't think Shambler noticed that he did an oopsie in the first place, so. All right. Well, Kenoli has made close to 200. 169 Sovroleths. Nice. Smarty has enough to make a Hacharosk out here. All good. Yep, that's why. An irradiated ToryJJ Hacharosk is down there. You know, when Kenoli just descends upon Shambler with all of these Sovroleths, it will be, Smarty's funny. It will be cathartic, you know? Very good. Very good. Oh, another Severaf does go down. No offensive Irradiate cast this time around. It looks like I was looking around for Shambler's POV here. Sorry I'm wiggling around so much. He reclaims his Seraph at the very least. Getting some good mileage out of the Apostle. Not something that ToryJJ is super aware of just yet. Cataphract salvoing down with plenty of lasers. He's going to fall back a little bit. Got the Khaz'trith to give him a good defensive anchor point here, but it looks like Shambler's just going to sidestep it. Oh, look at that. The Talus is making a Sentinel. How cheeky. Needs a Watchdog, really. It's not a bad idea to throw in the Rillarocores cores there, because when you have the Convolisks to create them, right? Basically what you're allowed to do... Uh-oh, the Seraph's going to go down. Ooh! Protathalors attack air. But the biggest problem here for Tory is that he has to deal with the corpse consumption, plus he has to get through the Cataphract meat wall. And he just doesn't quite have the ability to. So he's going to call GG here. He has been broken. He will concede. And, I don't know, maybe they'll figure out that, like, hey, somebody should attack Kenoli since he's got 3,000 Sovroleths. Nobody will do that. The larvae keep, like, moving over here and getting shot by the Scorchrith. It's pretty funny. Well, they're still not going after the Watchdog. Or he's not making a Watchdog, I should say. Moving up to where I spawned in is Shambler. Yeah, he can, actually, but it doesn't look like he's doing that. There's another base up here he can try to do it with, but it doesn't seem the thought is occurring to... He's figured out they can't attack air units. The flying workers descend. Shambler may have realized that he made a mistake in walking past the main threat. Oh. There's the lag. Dude, look at this epic shot of all of the... all of the Zerg. That's kind of like the shot when you're playing through the Brood War campaign and Duran says that there's a lot of Zerg somewhere all of a sudden. You know? Oh my god, the Sovroleth count is too high. He's got so many. You know, they don't deal that much damage on an individual basis, so... It still isn't, like, unwinnable, it's just, Oh, he went all the way there to kill his Ministry, I see. Making a lot of Valkyries, not a bad shout. If he goes Valk Azazel, and he fights when the Vithrilisks aren't there, he can absolutely do some critical damage to the Sovroleth stack. He's also moving in off to the side to disrupt the mining. The problem is he can't really engage with ground armies over in this position when there's so many Sovroleths. There's also a Khaz'trith, by the way, so... There's still like 32 Zets that he's forgotten about because he probably can't see them. A couple of Valks coming in to see what they can do, but you need a Azazel so you can get through all of that chaff, so to speak. He kills one of the Speartiths. Not going to be able to fully kill them all, and that was just with the Gorgons, right? So here come the Vithrilisks. If those end up getting chewed up by all of the anti-ground, or all the ground units, actually, that could be a humongous win for any air switch after the fact. We do have a Sisirvaleth on the way. I gotta say, Kenoli is assembling Exodia for Zerg Zodia right now, because that will give you a lot of extra power in the form of lifesteal to all of your allied units. Unfortunately, the Sovrolets are, yeah, they're a little stacked up over there. Every additional Sovrolet in the area slows their movement speed, but increases their weapon range. So you can see that they are definitely a very potent unit. It becomes difficult to approach them without sustaining damage, which is why I was thinking the Azazel, for their active ability and their passive armor increase, would be a pretty good move. Oh, he might kill the Chokral Chazzle on the way. Regress it. That's a pretty expensive cast. This guy wasn't on attack move, unfortunately. Now, the Tier 3 Zerg from across the way has been discovered, and it's after Pisens. Looks like he lost a lot of his units. Oh, he has 7 steps. That would be an excellent choice versus some of those things, but I think he's going to need Sirens. Killing me top. Ooh. I can't type. I say nothing. If I say something... Yeah, nice try. Oh, obviously what you would do, Green Eggs, is you be Protoss and make Vibrances. Here comes the Tozgralisks. They actually do deal some good damage. So, they'll bounce attack and such. Unfortunately for him, the Sasirvaleth is not going to be allowed to stay alive. Oh, actually it does. It barely stays alive. It looks like the Tozgralisks aren't really focusing on the central threat here, so they are going to have to deal with all of the targets. Oh, he's kind of syncing up with the Terran army. The problem is some of his units are also killing him. You gotta, if you're the Terran here, Pisens, you gotta warp in from the other side there, kind of flank him a little bit. 31 Alcagalisks. Who wins? 31 Alcagalisks or a whole horde of Sovrolets? That's the question right now. We're all waiting to find out the answer to. There's no splash damage on the side of Kenoli. He lost all his Viths, and he consumed the corpses for more Sovs. Oh, we've even got the Sasirvalets here for backup as well. If they come a little bit further down, yes, they can add a little bit more of a tipping point here. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. The Sasirvalets definitely helped out the Alcagalisks, but when they start to turn away, and they fly away, and they try to escape or whatever, it's not going to work out to the same degree, right? So, coming, he says. With a horde of Valkyries, the Shambler will give it another go. He had 34 when he started this fight. Let's see how well he's able to make it happen as his missiles start flying. Oh, he's already lost a good number of them is the problem. There was no Azazels, no escort craft with him. He's having to ask himself the problem. Well... I don't think anything that you could make, besides Minotaurs in this situation, would be a slam dunk win. Because Minotaurs will just not take damage, especially you pair them with Azazels. It's over for the Sovroleth at that point. Insanity. Well. There's just more Sovrolets being made by Kenoli. That's all he's doing. This is exactly crimes against macro, winning while bad. That's exactly what this is. Doing his best with tier 3 ground units here. Good luck, dude. Shambler did, but, you know, he can... If he tells his lies, then, like, that might spin a tail that Grass Eater then has, like, oh, shit, I really got to focus on killing him then. Smarty is AFK mining. He's, like, playing Cookie Clicker. He's actually got an Ovolith over here. Grass Eater is betraying the pact. The anti-Kenoli pact. He's just going to keep making Sovroleths. That's all he's going to do this whole game. So, to make the Sovroleth, you have to first make the Tozvril Haunt, the upgraded Spire, right? Then you take the Pertathalor, which is a siege strain. You actually made it earlier, Tory. And you turn it into a pair of Sovroleths. And then Sovroleths turn corpses into other Sovroleths, which is why he's farming in the middle of the map right now, you know? I think that the Rokor case is kind of, like, debatable. What I was probably going to do to turn this strategy off is make it so that Cascathalors, which are the primary way that people farm this kind of thing, I was going to make it so that they don't, they consume corpses immediately on hit, so you can't do this kind of farming. Oops, MB. Yeah, he says it now that he's getting owned. He's going to send a bunch of Eccentralisks down, but they don't deal splash, so I don't know what he's expecting them to do. Yeah, good luck, my friend. What else do we have, though? This is the question. Oh, the Ovileths do not make it through. Got a bunch of Kagrants. Okay, 2 of them do make it through. I don't know what they're going to do exactly. All right. Minotaurs, those are the choices. I gotta sleep, he says. Yeah! They outlasted him, boys. They outlasted him. Well, I hope Kenoli is proud of himself. They're both doing the right thing. They're making tier 3 air of their own, using Minotaurs. He doesn't need eco. And you also don't really know that, I feel like. Yeah, a lot of nanite assemblies here. I think it would be a lot less bad manner to do this kind of strategy if it didn't lag the game. Like, Kenoli is basically holding everybody else hostage in the lobby because they can't kill him, but they have to kill him to stop the lag. So I think that part is definitely like you're kind of being a dick to do this. I don't care about the fact that it's maybe, what would you consider it, imba or power, like really, really strong as a strategy. I care more about the performance cost of it, which currently we cannot improve. But we will try to look into it the same way that we improved things like the Zor use recently. Like, if it didn't lag, totally fair game. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to get mad. I'm sure other people might, but I'm not going to take issue with it. Now, that being said, there's a lot of Minotaurs being put together here. These are the battlecruiser equivalent. When they have 4 base armor, right? And if we look at the Sovreleth, they only deal, they deal 5 damage and 2 armor pen. So they would be dealing 3 damage to the Minotaur. But the Minotaur will get more armor as long as it faces the source of its damage. So if you're not flanking the Minotaur, the Sovreleth actually deals 1 damage, I believe. Because I'm pretty sure that the tech that we're looking at here for Forecastle is, let's see, 4 castle? Yeah, plus 2 armor. So that's why I was saying it would be good to pair them with Azazels as well, because it guarantees them a little bit of extra armor, and you can use D-Matrix to give them extra shielding. It's still going to be a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, because you're talking about like 1 damage for every Sovreleth that's here, and it looks like there's something like 300 Sovreleths here. Smarty's going to try to come back. What's up, Jujic? Basically, Kenoli, like I said earlier, decided to hold everybody hostage. Nobody decided to kill Kenoli, even though he does this in FFAs. Colon. Or no, actually, there's nothing. It was just a space, as like enter, and then you hit space, and then you hit enter again. It's just me. Mining a bit. Well, there's a horde of wraiths that are also going to be reconning and stuff, it looks like. Not a bad tactic. Shambler's not even bothering to harvest anymore. He's just making more and more Minotaurs. No, the Terran that killed you didn't have tier 3 yet, but he did have a very, very strong tier 2 comp on like 6 or 7 bases. So, another nanite assembly being added. Yeah, it's a lot of Minotaurs, a lot of Azazels. This is kind of the tactic I was thinking would happen. So again, you look at the Valkyrie has 3 armor, which is only 1 less than the Minotaur, but it gets plus 2 armor. So it would take much less damage from the Sovreleths. Like if they're underneath the Azazel, they get the same passive as the Minotaur, right? The Forecastle passive. So very good there. Kind of using his Valks to scout out right now. We got 7 Oxal Cesiants being mutated. Yeah, Kenoli does have a lot of resources here, but yeah, if you just type enter, I'm not gonna send it because I would just. I guess I could, but. There you go. I only sent it to Noiturne. So. He'll be the only one. He'll be like, huh? Lost all respect for Kenoli. Lost all respect. Infinifract. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe just because he has so many. That's probably why. That's not a bad shout either. Cataphracts with the Azazels. If the Sovroleths went to attack something, that's a good tactic to use to defend. Because just like the Valkyrie, they'll basically take like 1 or 2 damage. I think it'll be 3 plus 2 is 5, minus 2 is... Yeah. So I think at that point you're looking at like 2 to 3 damage per Sovroleth hit. And some of the Valks didn't end up showing up over there. So the first target of the Minotaurs is actually going to be that 6 o'clock base. Again, Kenoli has so much money. He's spending it now on Alcagelisks, which is where he got the Oxalcesians from. Or what he got them for, I should say. I do think that Pisens is going to be a big help here for Shambler. Because what he's going to be able to do is... He's going to be able to have the Silver Tongues. He's going to have a little bit more like varied defense. That is going to help out versus those very, very impactful... Space Whale units that are going to be hatching any moment now for Kenoli. I think Smarty is technically trying to ally with Kenoli still, but Kenoli has ignored him, has spurned him, so maybe that won't always be the case. Bunch of Wraiths over here just killing stuff. As the Talos is harvest from the gas caps as well, you can do that. That's very good. Grass is helping us out from the grave. I guess you could go for the... Sasirvaleth as far as Zerg goes, but like to try to counter this. But we already saw Grass do that. He just didn't have enough, right? He had like 40 Alcages or 30 Alcagelisks or something like that, plus the Sasirvaleths. And he wasn't really microing his units very well, but still. Could have done better. So we're going to see some of that armor in action here for the Minotaur. We are seeing that each shot is only dealing 5 damage instead of the usual 10, because the Minotaurs are actually facing their targets. And there are no static defense, or nothing other than static defense over here for the Minotaurs to contend with. So these defenses are going to be brought down. Yeah, it's really starting to get ridiculous now, so hopefully Kenoli decides to make a move and actually do something soon, instead of just camping where he's at. But at the very least, his eco line has been cut off once this base falls. He's not going to have hardly as much eco. He's only going to have his main base area, right? Because he's lost his natural, he's lost his other bases. He is going to be moving in the direction of the Shambler, it looks like. No, he's just shuffling a little bit. I mean, all the Minotaurs in one spot would make you feel like, yeah, maybe I can attack my opponent. Why did you hate us? It's true. It is true. It's a question I have on my mind as well. I don't think any of the Minotaurs have died yet, moving through all the static defense, so... Yeah, the Cuirass would probably be a good, like, face tank option here. But I'm reading the chat as they're suggesting a couple of things. Wouldn't suck. I guess what you would probably want is, like, Penumbra or Paladins. Oh, there we go. The networking cleaned up. WTF. He made over 400 of them. Oh, never mind. The networking is back to being Garbo. Or the lag is about to be Garbo. I think this is over, man. Where does Minotaurs go? Did they also die, or...? Oh, I do see a couple of corpses here. Maybe he ended up losing, like, 4 or 5 Minotaurs. The Shambler has a more impressive army for that, but he's going to have to contend with all the Alcagelisks. If he could get a Magnetar shot off, that would be ideal, but I don't know how you do that without, like, Didac to get you closer. Yeah, the Minotaurs are dying. I don't know where the Azazels went. I guess they must have flown in and died. I don't see the small rubble, though, so I'm not really sure where they would have been killed. A bunch of the Valks are here. They picked the Sasirvaleths. There's only, what, 1 and the Matroleth here? They are splashing down the Alcagelisks quite well, actually. It has to be said. Oh, yeah, look at that. They stay alive a little bit longer than I thought, and they almost even got a couple of them down here. The lifesteal really made a big difference there. So the ground army is going to move over there. Minotaurs are kind of narrowly missing because Shambler's busy typing. Good irradiate, not bad. That's going to stack up some good damage. He needs to kill the Sasirvaleth, but there you go. He found it. It was in the back there. That's going to be it for the lifesteal, and these units will be a bit more manageable as a result. Reclaimers are going to help out on the front line there. Some more Valkyries to come in. Problem is that this is not the biggest form of strength that Kenoli has. He still has so many Sovreleths. Smarty has gone up to tier 3. He's getting his own Oxylcesians in the corner there. First time he's been able to mine since pretty much the beginning of time, it feels like. A lot of Cataphracts indeed, but how is he going to deal with all these Sovreleths, right? That's like the main threat here. He kind of has to wait for Kenoli to move out. And who wants to do that? I'll say one message here. Don't worry. I'll fix it. He hasn't been using Riller Ocors for like more than half of it, I think. Yeah, hey, if you can get diadem shots off, then you can definitely do some good damage there. Let's take a look at their weapon range. The diadem would overwrite the range here. We're getting pretty close though. Yeah, if you can get vision on the enemy, it doesn't look like any of these Sovreleths have 36 range. Unless the diadem was 32 range, but I think it's 36. I'd have to go quickly consult the stats. You'd think that would be an easy number to remember. Yeah, the diadem is the ion cannon. 36 range from green eggs. There you go. Fact check true. The Sovreleths are very slowly moving forward. As they kind of get out of sync of each other, Shambler will be the recipient of a very large number of Sovreleths. You can see Kenoli trying to do his best to see if he can hold back and kind of keep in the right spot, but they are much less efficient when you're moving away from each other like this. Almost like it wasn't intended to work this way. The good ending would ironically be Shambler winning. I almost never say that, but the good ending would be Shambler defeating this menace. And then I guess Pisens taking the overall dub over Shambler. Alright, the Minotaur fleet is moving in. There's plenty of Cataphracts here. We're going to see a very different look. Unfortunately, the Azazel's being kind of thrown away. We'll keep tabs on how many Minotaurs we have, but this is looking like the ultimate showdown. There's plenty more Sovreleths. They actually got kind of bopped up there, bunched up by the Wraiths, and now they are not going to be able to help out. Okay, now they're starting to engage as the Minotaurs push forward. Not a single one has fallen just yet, but I don't know how long that's going to be true for. One of them does end up going down. You're going to start to see more of them as this big clump ends up taking damage. Oh, the Silver Tongue's trying to help themselves out. More Minotaurs engaging, coming in from Pisens, the flank of the century, perhaps. Oh, man. It really felt like Kenoli was going to be able to clutch it out, and he might still be able to. The Tozgralisks. But they will get overrun by the Minotaurs, it feels like. They are not able to bunch up, and look at that. Look at how buttery smooth the game feels now as Kenoli is crushed under the weight of the world. You love to see it. You love to see it, boys. Kenoli, the villain of the lobby, he has been given his just desserts. We wondered what the drama of this game would end up being. And it turns out the drama was whether or not Kenoli would lose. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? 13 Minotaurs cleaned up 6 o'clock. Rotten hell, you sick bastard. What is that? Oh my god. I'll make twice as many next time. Oh no! The betrayal! Shambler unallied Pisens. The Terrans must fight each other, but Pisens didn't know how to unally yet. Okay, there he goes. He got him. He's gonna try to come in, but there's so many Cataphracts. What else does Pisens have? He's got a lot of money in the bank. He's actually got the most money of the lobby. Well, not the most Vespi, and that's SmrtyCakes. Who SmrtyCakes is gonna do the same thing! Oh my god. Killing the Zerg was worth it. Yep. Oh, if he had made Magnetars towards at the end. Yeah, he's actually making them. He's gonna Yamato. He might get a couple of good choice hits off. Glory to mankind. This is just business. People like to roleplay in Cosmonarchy, okay? What can you say? He's updated his rallies. He's still in it. Even though he's typing like he's given up, he's actually still in it, which I dig. Dude, I honestly think Pisens will be pretty good. He's already got some nice instincts, shall you say? But I do think he'll be in a pretty good position to get some good value here. Oh, the Minotaurs, they got to get the Yamato off. Yes, they're punching up. Oh my god, Shambler, no! You just lost so much health. Oh, no. Oh my god, they're so brittle. Oh, if he can get one more Yamato, dude, that would be the money. Is he on the ball? The Minotaur has a lot of health. It can do it. He's not paying attention. No! Oh, man. I was so hoping for that. There's technically still hope. There's one more nanite assembly that should finish. Oh, my god. The AoE Yamatos. And now the Minotaurs find another horde of Sovereigns. No! Smarty, why have you betrayed us so? And that's a wrap, boys. I'm sure there will be an A move soon. But Smarty is he's following in Kenoli's footsteps. He's making the Sovereigns. He's testing the range, apparently. Oh god. It never ends. Why is he killing his own? Oh, never mind. That makes a lot of sense. This was, I thought he was testing the range. That's actually not his, technically. So. These very, very wounded Minotaurs are actually going to blow up on contact, but it'll be satisfying. Yeah, okay. He's cleared Smarty on the bottom side. The Shambler will win and defeat the Zerg menace, but we got to see some cool things and some not so cool things in this very exciting free-for-all. I know, yeah. Sovereigns are pretty legit. But as you can see, they can't attack very well. Much more about holding a situation. And unfortunately, the frames. They take the frames hostage, too. There's more. But can he do it enough? Can he do it quickly enough? 2 HP Minotaur. Go! Oh, the Gosvaleth almost got him. Gosvaleth would have killed him. Shambler's probably like, are you fucking kidding me? This motherfucker. Oh, he's gonna go after the Othstall. He should just A-move. Like, I don't think he realizes there's not so many. He's gonna try to wait for his max strength, though. More Minotaurs flying in. Oh my god. When you don't face the target, you take more damage. Shambler, no, don't let it happen. Don't let the Zerg win. His nanite assemblies are kicking into overdrive. More Minotaurs. More. No, Phobos is actually more powerful than the Minotaur, believe it or not. Just not in this specific use case. But maybe, actually. I think it has more natural armor. It might actually be more powerful than the Phobos. I mean, than the Minotaur. I don't think that they're as good at dealing with swarms as Minotaurs are, but they're pretty legit. Smarty with a single Othstaleth aims to move his Khaz'triths with his army. I think that's the play here, as he attempts to mass up and follow in his master's footsteps. The Minotaurs are actually flying all the way over here. You can see the Cataphracts taking position as they attempt to set up a blockade of sorts. More Minotaurs on this side, cleaning out the remnants of the Grass Eater base. ToryJJ's main is still here, just hanging out. Happy to be here. The one burrowed Droleth from Smarty. The Othstaleth doesn't actually have anything in it right now. I think he could pick up the Hatcherosk, but I can't remember if I programmed that correctly or not. It might not be a thing you can do. Because, like, you got to think about disconnecting the larva and stuff, but I think we already do that for the Larvosk, so... No, he's going to go Zeths? Oh, no, never mind. The transport space is only 24. I think Hatch is 30. 49 Minotaurs. And counting. There's the 50th. Some of these are very wounded. Oh, there's the 50th. The Shambler with no Minotaur. Wink. I think Smarty kind of stopped making sovs. I don't think he's got enough. Look at this. The borrowed unit's providing vision. Oh, shit. I wonder how that even happened. How did he get vision of him? Maybe the multi-target doesn't correctly check if you can attack or not. Yeah, the Minotaurs are bunched up now. GG's, my friends. We have witnessed the end of an era. Centaurs are here for splash damage. Another good choice. As they fly on in to absorb the damage of the Alcagelisks. And that is the end of the Zerg menace. It took 40 minutes, but longer because of the lag. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. The Shambler wins. You could have died with honor. As he paintbrushes Smarty out of existence. Most fascinating game. No, he's making a hatch. You dirty rat. Wait, where is he even doing it? Oh my god! What a guy. Well, this is the part where I would speed up if I could. But, I can't. Because this is a live game and not a replay. Maybe I'll have to download this and speed it up in post. I think even if Kenoli won, he would have lost, in my opinion. Did Smarty share vision? Dude, it's right in the name, Mini. Not really, because it's Minnow, but whatever. If I had source asset control for the Minotaur, I would make it bigger. Maybe I should say when I have source asset control of the Minotaur, I will make it bigger. Dude, what do I even make the thumbnail for this if it goes on my channel? Ooh, dodged the last shot. I just noticed. Ah, I got him. Yeah, I think he shared vision and he's just being a weirdo. He doesn't have enough money to make any more structures. He's participating in the spirit of FFA by cockroaching, but he literally can't win. Look at his depleted ass base. Centaurs are here. Hi. Tiny HP. This is you're under arrest. Get back here. No. No. Oh, we got both of them on camera, boys. I thought I was really confused by that one. GG, boys. What an insane game.